The Lord of the Flies by William Golding. The Lord of the Flies is a story where a group of schoolboys struggle to survive without adult leadership on an uninhabited Pacific island after a plane crash. Although civilization quickly turns to savagery as life on the island on their own forces them to return back to their primal states as animals, resulting in savagery and barbarism. How is civilization and savagery portrayed within the novel, and what is Golding trying to tell us about human nature? But first, we should start with definitions. Civilization is a state of human social development and organization which is considered most advanced. Savagery is the quality of being fierce or cruel, and human nature is the general psychological characteristics, feelings, and behavioral traits of humankind regarded as shared by all humans. The characters and their personalities play a large part in answering the question of how civilization and savagery are portrayed within the novel. So let's go through the main characters within the novel. Ralph. The novel's protagonist, the 12-year-old English boy who is elected leader of the group of boys marooned on the island. Ralph attempts to build a miniature civilization on the island until they can be rescued. Jack. The novel's antagonist, one of the oldest boys stranded on the island. Jack becomes a leader of the hunters but longs for total power and becomes increasingly wild, barbaric, and cruel as the novel progresses. Now to answering the question. First, we will start with civility. There are four main scenes within the novel that show the boys' connection with civilization and how they tried to implement it on the island. The first idea of civilization was the idea of the conch. The conch represents order and ensures the boys have respect and patience for each other, one of the first signs of civilization. The quote seen on the screen shows how civilized they are acting, unfortunately not for long though. The second scene was a scene where the boys vote for a leader. The boys electing a leader is one of the first and perhaps the greatest displays of modern civilization in the form of democracy that happens within the book. The quote seen on the screen shows they are aware that electing a leader is the only way for things to work out due to the large group of people. The third idea is the idea the boys have to create huts. The huts provide practical purpose of offering shelter from the weather. The quote on the screen shows the boys' connection the necessities they had at home with what their priorities should be on the island, creating shelter. And the last portrayal of civilization seen in Lord of the Flies is Piggy's glasses. Sounds like an odd one, doesn't it? But in fact, Piggy's glasses represents the power of science and intellectual endeavour in society. Piggy's glasses are a symbol of intellect and therefore civility. Now for savagery. The descent to savagery was a gradual but destructive one. There are three main elements that lead to this descent, the first one being laziness. The quote on the screen is a phrase said by Jack. This shows that Jack doesn't value the fire and the hard work it takes to keep it going. The rest of the boys copy Jack's apathetic attitude, and as a result, the shelters don't get made, and as discussed beforehand, the shelters are one of the main signs of civility. The second element is the lack of faith the boys had during their life on the island. As the days go by without any sight of a rescue ship, the boys start to doubt they will ever get rescued. The particular lack of faith sees the boys spiral downward significantly because the boys consequently stop guarding the fire, struggle to make another fire, and during the scene, Piggy's glasses break, one of the main symbols of civilization and intellect. The third and final element shows that the boys have finally reached savagery and brutality, loss of innocence. After the boys' most riveting display of brutality and savagery, the slaughtering of the Sioux, the boys' sense of morality and civility is completely gone. So with this descent to savagery in mind, what is Golding trying to tell us about human nature? A person without the influence of civilization turns to his more savage and animalistic characteristics. If you aren't living in amongst civilization, you gradually but eventually return back to your primal states of savagery and barbarism as an animal on Earth. There are three main ideas Golding put forth in his book. Human nature has a wicked side, and without punishment to keep it in check, society would degenerate into savagery and barbarism. Evil comes from within, and most importantly, without civilization, it is human nature to return to primal and savage